Hi, welcome to Strength Reversed. It's Amy. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am taking a little break from Lightseer Sundays. I got a new deck yesterday and I just wanted to show it off. There's a little witchy shop that opened not too long ago close by, and I've been meaning to go for the longest time, and I finally stopped in. And you know, you can get a reading or cast a spell on someone, and I bought a deck on consignment for $8. So you can't afford not to. Do I need the deck? Come on, we don't ask that question. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep the deck. I'll give you the pros and cons. Visually, it is stunning, but I'm not sure if it's one that's going to speak to me in a reading. And this is the Folklore Tarot by Rowan Ortons, and it was published in 2023 by US Games. So it's new, but not brand new. Here's the box. I love that. And I think folklore is, you know, the perfect... Folklore and tarot just go hand in hand, because this is our collective experience. All of these images that cross cultures and cross hundreds and thousands of years, and they're just ingrained in us. And I think they go well with tarot. I'm just not sure about this particular presentation, but it is a freaking beautiful deck. So I'll just go through the specs and then I'll give you the thumbs up, thumbs down, and then I will walk through the deck. And I'm not going to put music on in the background because that requires editing, so you can just hum along. Just hum a song in your head. Lady Gaga or some such, I don't know. So the deck is standard tarot card size. It is black edged, and the back's beautiful. It is matte, just standard tarot cardstock, and it is matte, but it has this embossed glossy image. I don't know if you can see that. You can see it on the front. This is the King of Pentacles. So it is matte, and then you have the images that are glossy, and it's a very tactile deck. So that's unique. I like that. And I love the black with the colorful images. I'm going to tell you, the camera actually picks up the images better than they look in person. They are not this bright in person. The black background swallows up some of the images, and it's not high contrast. And so you have to have the big lights on really to read with this deck. I wish it was a little brighter, but it is beautiful. And it does have a guidebook. The guidebook is full color, but it is pretty basic. It's no frills. I love that it doesn't have the long intro, like, can I receive a deck as a gift? You know, how to cleanse your deck, how to choose a deck. I love that it glosses over that and just gets to the point. It does have one spread in the back called the Folklore Tarot Spread, and that's about it. One thing that's unique, I do like the backs are reversible. One thing that's unique about this deck is that it combines alchemical symbols and also some astrological glyphs. The astrology correspondences are probably not the normal ones that we would see in most weight-based decks, but it does tell you the meaning of the card. There's a brief explanation of why that particular mythological creature was chosen for the card, and then why the alchemical symbol was chosen. I just have to say for myself, I wanted more details because for example, let's take the Fool. We'll just look at that. This is the jackalope, and it does explain what a jackalope is. And it only gives just a cursory connection to why that is a good choice for the Fool. You really have to kind of, some of the cards, you have to do some gymnastics in your brain to make the connection. And I really want that connection spelled out for me. The alchemical symbol here is salt. That was explained. I'm still not quite sure how that goes with Fool based on the explanation. It is very brief. So I'll show you that page here, that's it. Yeah, I just want more. You know how I am about guidebooks. If it's not the Robin Wood guidebook, is it really a guidebook? Yes, it is, but I just wanted it to be a little more detailed. Ace through 10 are very pippy. It's plants, and it doesn't say what kind of plant. It doesn't say why that plant. It just says Ace, and then gives you a few keywords. The court cards are also illustrated with images from mythology, and, you know, with as much detail as the majors. And some of these creatures I had never heard of before, but it made it a little interesting. It's a pretty easy study, I think, to learn some of these images and try to connect them, but I just want more from the guidebook. So I'm going to show you some of the images in the tarot. I'll flip the camera around, and hopefully this camera's not going to make it too shiny, but tell me what you think. I love it, / I can't stand why the pip cards are so pippy. I just don't like that. I really need, I mean, we're pulling from thousands of years and an entire globe of folklore. I think we could have found folkloric images to go on the pip cards. It's pretty to look at for sure. I'm not sure how it's going to read. We'll see. Okay, here's the Fool, and I do have a similar deck, which is the Orion's Animal Tarot, and it has that same vibe, but the images are just more developed, and they're more colorful, and they pop a little more. And so I probably would just stick with this deck, which my son got me for my birthday or Christmas one year, and so it also has sentimental value. But we'll see. Maybe this will be one of those decks that grows on me. So we have the Fool, which is a jackalope, the Magician, the High Priestess is Hecate, and I'm not going to go through what each of these is. I did read through the guidebook, and some of them are very interesting, and some of them were a stretch. And I do love how cool they feel. The Fates, Mott, Odin. Death is the black dog. Devil is the devil, so that's fun. This tower is Baba Yaga's house, which looks like something out of Dr. Seuss. It seems out of place in the deck, a little bit zany. The werewolf. And the World Tree. Now I love this image. I like how some of them have eyes on them, and then we have the fire alchemical symbol, but I mean, I don't know how that says Ace of Wands. Unicorn. Queen of Wands is Pele. and a genie. One thing that I really appreciate in a tarot deck is when I can look at the card and I know immediately which suit it is. And I can't do that with this deck. It's pretty. This one was something I had never heard of. What was it called? A cockatrice or something? Try to find it. The page. It is a cockatrice. A beast with the head of a rooster and the tail of a snake, similar to the basilisk. According to lore, an egg laid by a rooster and hatched under a toad would yield a cockatrice. I guess if you can find a rooster who can lay an egg. This is a siren from Slavic folklore. Thoth. They're so pretty to look at, but hippie decks just don't do it for me. This is a hippocampus, it said, just like the part of your brain. I guess I look at it and think seahorse, but it's not a seahorse. This is, I forget the name of this bird, a kappa. I think they said it was from Japanese folklore, and it has a dish of water on its head and it can't spill the water out of the dish, which is hilarious. That is so pretty. Okay, well that is the Folklore Tarot, and it's a beautiful deck. I love the colors. They are way brighter on camera. I'm not sure if I can read with it because of the whole pip situation, which are beautiful cards, but I would like in the guidebook a reason why acorns were chosen, or a reason why an oak leaf was chosen, etc. Maybe it's a guidebook problem and not a deck problem. But anyway, I'm going to keep it for a while, and let me know in the comments if you have it, if you like it, if you want it. What do you think? Are you a pip person? I am not, but I will be looking for what your opinion is. You know, oh my God, I do not have the energy to edit that out. So you know how I am with outros. I'll just see you next time. Bye.